I'm going to show you the style of the system I use to keep my four-season flap shut. Now, I'm not saying that I invented this, but sitting home one day, it's always been kind of perplexing on how to make something that will keep these flaps, which are awesome, closed, and then be able to open and use them without going to stake. So essentially what I've done is I've made one tag end loop on the corner of my tarp. I use a Dutch hook on some shock cord, and again I basically have made a prusik knot to that loop to this shock cord. On the end of that shock cord I could use another Dutch hook, but I prefer a carbiner, and I'm going to connect to the flap of the tarp by, again, another loop just lark's headed on. So essentially what I've got is one bungee cord and a loop, and to secure that flap I can just put the cord together. Then what I'm able to do is with this prusik I can adjust it by pulling through to let the flaps kind of vent themselves, or if I need to batten down for weather I can just pull this through and tighten the door up and seal my rain system out. What it also allows me to do is, if I choose to, I'm going to go to the other side, I can unhook my Dutch hook from my loop. I can bring my flap out to extend my tarp out, and I'm going to use this tree just because it's conveniently placed, but I could just have a tent stake. With the elastic I can pretty much come to my hook, and again this could go to a tent stake, and it allows me to extend the forward flap of my fly. So I could do the same to this, or keep one shut, so I can vent my sleeping area if I choose. And then again, we have the ability to have a little bit of that play. So that's kind of the system for my tie-outs, is I use an elastic loop. I'm using the Dutch worm for my guy line to my stake. So I want that little bit of shock cording to keep the wind play in there, keeping my tarp taut, but still having the mobility to be flexible in the wind. So just a little bit of this is what I do. The drawback is I do have a line, so I'm stepping over a cord. You know, I know it's here, so it doesn't bother me, but that would be the one slight drawback. I can take this line, bring it inside the tarp if I want to keep this flap out of the rain, or if I want I can extend the flap over. And I use soft shackles, and I've made mini whoopee slings to adjust my pole mods, and then I'll just snap that onto one of the far pole mods and I can bend my flat back. So that's a little system I use. It's the same on both ends. You know, today rainy weather, it's just kind of, we're tree drizzling a little bit now, so I could actually open this up and start letting some of the dampness come out of this, but that's what I do to keep my door shut.
He does it all half-assed backwards.